Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. It moved. It wasn't streaming. It wasn't showing me anything on my playback. And I hit in broadcast because I'm not familiar with OBS just yet. So we do have a couple specials. One we missed, unfortunately. But hopefully everything will go according to plan. Let me turn the gain down a little bit. That sounds a little loud. I don't want to deafen everybody. I'm just trying to monitor sounds and everything at the moment. Alright, looks like we're back. Shoot.
Southwest 2384, 7 miles, visual 23 right. Southwest 2384, runway 23 right. Cleared to land, wind 220 at 12. Cleared to land, runway 23 right, Southwest 2384. American 1742, contact departure. American 1742.
Alright, let me turn that down. I still think I'm a little loud. Once I get all this figured out, see how I'm watching the chat too, so if you guys can keep me up to date on if sounds like change focusing too. This isn't my ideal location, but for the evenings for streams, I know wintertime is coming, so that's not gonna, it'll be a no-go for streams. Likely, we're gonna see how long we can go with
No, good. Ethan Frontier 1611 on the visual 238, 170 to Bodley. Frontier 1611 on the tower, 23 right, clear to land. Wind 22011. 23 right, clear to land, Frontier 1611. of 2384, left at Bravo 4, left on Bravo, ground point 9. Left Bravo 4, left Bravo 49 at Southwest Point 34.
Sorry about the service. Oh, it's buffering. 1 minute I have.
Delta 97 visual for runway 3 right.
2 bars of 4G.
Delta 1097 Raleigh Tower, runway 23 right, cleared to land, wind 22010. For land 3 right, Delta 97.
4G. That's good. I also can't see to know how long this comeback.
Sixteen 11 turn left at Bravo 4. Bravo to the ramp, contact ramp there for entry. Alright, Bravo 4, Bravo to the ramp, front to 1611 over to ramp today.
I did not choose the best location for today. Sunday is my only Sunday in stone days off to be able to come out and do this. So it'll be better. I'll do it for the parking garage. And I know it's still buffering. See, I don't know. Feedback. So let's change some of the gains. Oh, I did turn this way down. Alright, hopefully this is better. It's in the green, it's not peeking into the yellow or orange, red, whatever you want to call it. So and I did forget to put my Dead Kitten on my personal mic, so I'm trying to hold it in such a way you're not hearing me breathe. So, and it is windy, so it could be picking up a little bit of the wind. the picture quality, as far as my camera goes, it looks good. I can't tell from the rest of it. And I see on the playback that it's doing nothing but buffering at the moment. Alright. I'm gonna have to stop playback just for now on my end and see if that will help my service at all. So if it starts buffering or anything, just text me in the chat. I do have people watching, letting me know things. And I forgot my bug spray, and I'm getting eaten alive by these flies down here. Sorry, guys. Alright, I'm getting word that you guys can hear me now, which coincides with what I'm seeing on my equalizer. If I could get both audios equal, that would be good. But the playbacks are it's a little off in my ear. It's really quiet in my headphones, so I can't hear it as well as you guys can. It dampens it down.
220 at 12. Little in, 23 right, 4 by 5.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm trying to watch the playback at the same time, or monitoring it on my phone, and it's messing with my service. But also it keeps jumping from 2 bars to 4, from 4G to 5. The only place it was consistent was the other day at the private hangar. I did a test stream, but I didn't leave it up. I deleted it because there was nothing going on here that day. And then Tuesdays was from the parking deck was okay. It wasn't that great. I was fighting wiring gremlins. So as of right now, I have no idea if it buffers or anything. I do have text message communication with some people, but I've silenced my phone to keep noise levels down. But since all of my microphones are so far away, I'm going to turn my phone back up. Oh, 8220. Gone now, guys. It's a good thing it's not busy and I can actually sit back and work on some of this stuff. I know it's boring to everybody to watch. I mean, at least I can see stuff from here. There's some stuff to watch. They're getting ready to have a fairly big rush coming soon. Alright, I turned it down. My microphone is still up. Let me turn the gain. Is that better on the ambient noise? Like I said, it gives me no feedback whatsoever other than my own voice. That's all I hear. And that's really quiet in my headphones. Like I said, Sunday will be more polished, I hope. I just wanted to get in a evening stream to see how well this lens would do, and I want to be able to work out network gremlins too. Let me change the setting on my camera really fast. Give me 1 second. Oh, what did I just do?
Southwest 678 or Raleigh Tower, you ready?
Yeah, ready. Southwest 678.
Southwest 678, fly runway heading, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff, 1220
Give me 1 second.
22 right.
I switched over to manual mode for just a minute. I'll probably switch back to auto, but I wanted to see something. If it weren't for this fence, it's actually what I was trying to fix. I'll fix it here in a second. Once it gets dark, I won't be able to fix it. Alright, let me try and fix it. It's gonna go black for a second. I don't need to go up that high. Let's try right there. I don't know if that looks grainy. I'll probably go back to auto here in a minute. So now everything looks blue to me, but I'm looking through a small monitor.
Clear for takeoff, fly runway heading, wind 220 at 13.
Yeah, that's not gonna work for me.
Clear for takeoff, fly runway heading.
Doesn't look good. There we go.
Southwest 678, traffic departure.
Southwest 678.
Towers on your 38152 with you on the visual, 23 right outside Preston. Sun 38152, Raleigh Tower 23 right, cleared to land, wind 220 at 13. Cleared to land, runway 23 right, up to 38152.
Seems to be picking it up through the fence now, thankfully. Oop, release some of the tension off my tripod. Yeah, the focus seems to be working a lot better
69, contact Park House, safe flight.
than it was the other day. I don't know why that's doing that. Out of balance, I think. Alright. Quick tripod adjustment. May not have too many planes right now, but check out this sunset. Seems to be holding up pretty well, other than, like I said, the annoying fence. And something has happened with ATC. That was Sun Country Airlines coming in from Minneapolis. Tripod adjustment, very, very slight. Oh no, it's still going. I didn't hear them clear Sun Country for landing. Sun Country's gonna go all the way to the end down there. I think if I decide to do any more live streams from here, maybe on a Saturday or something, I think I'm gonna bring. We also have an observation deck, but I can't even shoot 4K shots from over there on busy days because kids running up and down. It causes so much vibration that it messes all my shots up. And even adults walking up and down the stairs. it moves around a lot. So really the best location we have, honestly, is the parking deck over there. And even then, you still can't see the entire runway. There are trees in the way. It's not nowhere near as bad as some of the other locations. Once we get everything figured out, oh, see, now I'm 5G ultra wide 4 bars. So hopefully it's not buffering at all. Let's check flight radar. Looks like just a little American coming. JetBlue from Boston in an A220 300, 4 minutes out. Whoa. Hold on. Sorry, guys. There is a ambulance station right behind my location. So I apologize for that. Didn't quite get to the button fast enough. And I don't know why my mic keeps sounding like that. Delta CRJ. Little wobbly. Yeah, here we go. I see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 planes getting ready to leave.
American 1888, fly runway heading, runway 23 right at Bravo 8, clear for takeoff, and 2008, just 20. Clear for takeoff, runway heading 6000.
So my tripod is a little extra shaky. We had temperatures here in Raleigh of 96, 97 degrees. And unfortunately, I had to work. So all of my equipment went to work with me, but my tripod stayed in the car. Everything else went in out of the heat. So the fluid in the tripod is thin right now. And it cools down, my tripod will work a little bit better. And it's not an expensive tripod by any means, so it is a little shakier than what I would like. It's not the cheapest video tripod either, but and of course, as we grow, the quality's gonna get better. That's a given. For the first little while, I'll invest what I need to get what I need to make the streams better, because I really do want to do the live streaming. I enjoy it, and I want to make it the best quality I can for everybody. Unfortunately, I had little snafu at the beginning of the stream. It wasn't showing me that I was live, and I accidentally hit end stream. So my original stream got ended. So these are the little things I'm here to work out. It seems like my cameras and lenses doing a pretty good job. I don't know if the image is noisy because, like I said, I can't see the playback. But with the naked eye, the plane on your screen is getting hard to see. JetBlue A220 from Boston. That's what I like to hear.
JetBlue 2783, turn left, Charlie is able, unable, no delay, off the runway at Bravo 4. Thank you, Charlie, good 2783. Thank you, Bravo, Ram, contact Ram Tower, Brentry.
Our ISOs are, hopefully the image quality won't suffer too bad once it does get dark. I do have an f2.8 lens, but with that lens, it's only a 7200. It might work from the parking structure, but here, I don't think it will. I'm full zoom here at 600 millimeters, so. And if you don't hear me calling out departures, it's because sometimes Flight Radar doesn't have it up here until after they've left the ground and they're, you know, a mile or two out. I'll get a system and a flow going over the next couple of weeks. I'll do some more public live streams. Not just the Sunday stuff. May come out on the weekend. And this is not what I thought it was. Oh, this one's not on Flight Radar. That's fine. An exec jet. Our next one in is the FedEx feeder coming in from New Bern out at the coast of North Carolina. Wilmington. I tend to catch those departing early on Sunday mornings.
9006, fly heading 210, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, wind 21010. To direct, clear takeoff, 210, Southwest 9006. Now, 3503, runway 23 right, clear to land, wind 21010, Falcon Wake, clear wind, departing 737. Clear to land, easy right now, 3503.
Not getting any feedback, so everything must be working fine. None of the people watching the stream are texting me with any complaints. So everything must be going okay. Or they're asleep. My wife. Asleep before 8 o'clock. Wish I could do that, you know. And here is that FedEx feed. What was that? There's an interesting noise coming from the feeder. There's a helicopter departing somewhere in the distance. Must be going. Yeah, I'll definitely need a taller vehicle to stream from up here again. This Delta getting ready to depart. See, this one's on flight radar. It's going to Salt Lake City. Next up, you've got Avlo with a very short flight from here at RDU to Wilmington. I assume that's North Carolina. Maybe somebody can confirm that in the chat. Not that I'm seeing the chat. Alright, let me see. Trying to drop in on the stream, so it may buffer here in a minute because I'm trying to do that. I like one person watching. Yeah, it's buffering really bad now again. Damn. Come on, focus. Uh-oh. What is this American Airlines doing? taxiing back to the gate. What's going on?
Well, 698, contact departure.
Departure Villa 698.
Scotty Tower, deliver Israel, Portugal, please contact Texas. Please search American, deliver Israel, Portugal. November 73439 Rally Tower, runway 23 right, line up and wait. On the way to the right, that's what I'm looking at. American 2616, turn left at Charlie, Bravo to ramp, contact ramp tower. American 2616, left at Charlie, Bravo to ramp, contact ground. November 7343 and 9er flight heading 160, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff at 210 at 9er. Left 160 to the right, left side also, left side report enough. Alaska 491, Raleigh Tower, runway 23 right, line up and wait. 23 right, line up and wait, Alaska 491.
This is Alaska Airlines heading back to Seattle. And watch out there goes if then I apologize. Since there aren't very many people watching, hopefully a lot of people will watch the replay. What in the world? That was weird. If you do watch the replay, or are watching the replay as of right now, I'm working on bug issues, so it's okay for me to, I'm taking a few seconds to stop and monitor what's going on. The network, for whatever reason, is all over the place. I don't even know if you'll make it this far watching the replay, but we'll see. My Sunday, or I keep saying Sunday, I was off on Tuesday, and my Tuesday stream had more people, but I think because I had that issue with my original posting and placeholder, there's not a lot of people watching because I had to change the stream. So it is what it is. I'm here to do, you know, a test. That's exactly what it is, a test. Testing equipment, learning equipment, learning softwares and stuff to that nature. Now I could run a private stream, but I can't monitor it live and on the fly. I had to go back and watch a replay of it. So if I do a 5-minute live stream, go back, watch it, change settings. Got some emergency vehicles moving down around the ramp. Oh, that was weird. I hope it's not kicking you guys out who are watching. I mean, I may be the only one watching at the moment, because it just kicked me out and put me on a different video for some reason, but I'm still live. So hopefully in the replay it won't do that. But I'm going to try and go as late as I can. I want to know what this lens will do at night. Like I said, I do have a f2.8 lens, but it's only 200 millimeters. Another JetBlue. And I definitely need to find my dead cat for this microphone, as it sounds like I'm spitting in the mic, and I adjusted away from, not away from my mouth, but far enough that I was hoping it wouldn't be doing that. Because it's getting dark, my camera's not. Not having this focus. So we'll bump it up a size. The area. And all I can see is the outlines of these planes. I can't see them with the naked eye. Right here, I think that's UPS. Yep. UPS A330. And now I'm back to 3 bars, 5G ultra wide, and it's stuttering. I can see it. Like I said, I'm watching the replay, playback. So Louisiana 1 should be coming in very soon, if this is not it right now. I don't think that was it. I heard them calling 2 Southwest. Like I said, this is a test stream, so I'm not really focusing on flight radar, flight information, any of that stuff. Louisiana 1 is up next. It says it's arriving in 1 minute.
Monty 169 is able to turn left at Charlie. Okay, no problem. Head to left.
UPS is getting ready to head out. This, I'm sure, will be a rocket launch. Probably leaving fairly light if I had to guess. Headed back to Louisville. So we do have Southwest Louisiana 1, less than 1 minute. And that is coming in from Orlando. After that, we have Delta Connection from JFK, CRJ 900 LR, and then after that, that's in 3 minutes, we have an Airbus A300 UPS from Ontario, California, landing in 5 minutes. Yeah, the darker it gets, the harder it is for it to focus versus to shine on these planes in order for me to hold focus for very long.
Good evening, Tower 4962, 023 right.
Tower 4962, rally tower, attention for runway 23 right, sir. We'll be holding in position.
Oh, continue 4962.
I do video too. Westgate Jeep is over there. If you drive into Westgate Jeep, you have this overlook of the Angus Farm and all their lights and everything. We also, a lot of people that pull up here, I always drive by. It's like no.
Charlie, ground point 9, thanks for your help on bottom. Ground point 9, Southwest 2926.
Yeah, and that's on Gulf Street. So if you go right across the street to Westgate, as you're driving in there, like this one part of the hill, and I didn't realize it because I was looking at
November 996, Foxtrot off, flying 160, runway 23 right. Clear for takeoff, wind 220 at 8. Heading 160, clear for takeoff, 220 right.
oh yeah, and they lock everything down.
2274 heavy, up, visual 23 right. Endeavor 4962, runway 23 right, clear to land, wind 220 at 8.
23 right, clear land over 4962.
UPS 2274 heavy rally tower, runway 23 right, clear to land, wind 220 at 8.
Me too.
Clear to land 23 right, UPS 2274 heavy. November 181, power set out for runway 32, clear to land, wind 220 at 8.
Some good friendly advice. He was telling me of some new photo locations over here. I never even thought about that, where he was talking about. Louisiana 1 did just touch down. Hopefully it was good. I wasn't paying attention to the camera like I should have been. But that's okay. I don't mind people stopping by and saying hi and whatnot. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. I am picking up a lot of noise, especially from from the guidance lights, they're causing a crazy flicker. This is that Delta connection from JFK. Minus the high amount of noise in the image, it doesn't seem to be too bad. Because I can see it both on my monitor and I can see it on the laptop. Yeah, you can see the navigation lights strobing. So they're really affecting. Now this spot you can see here in the grass, this, I can't see that with my naked eye. It's dark out. But that's what I'm here for, darkness. I want to know how far I can push it. I won't bother switching lenses because I have to change base plates. I don't have another base plate with me right now to quickly change the lenses. So I'm going to try to change one more setting on the camera because it's blinking at me and it is in auto. So let's go back to manual. Whoa, that's really dark. I'm gonna use a set aperture. I don't know if that looks, well, that's a lot brighter, but alright, we're gonna try it for this plane and then I will play with settings again. I can't really see off in the distance to know what everything looks like. So now we have that UPS A300 from Ontario. Maybe we'll see it taxi off the runway.
Raleigh Tower, good evening. We're on Ford 6, approaching Echo inbound for the guard ramp with Sierra. Learner 46, identical. Learner 46, continue Echo inbound. Expect to land on Zulu. We'll continue inbound via Echo. UPS 2274, turn left, Bravo 4, left on Bravo, ground point 9er. Ground 4, Bravo point 9, UPS 4274.
It seems to be doing fairly well. I'm gonna tweak one more setting or two because there's nothing coming in for another few minutes. Yeah, see now I'm back down to 4G. 7 minutes, so I can mess with a little bit of my settings here.
A1, Foxtrot out, turn right, runway 23 left. Clean that in. Last call, tower on answer, say again. Brickyard 9919, Raleigh Tower, thank you, runway 23 right, clear to land, wind 210 at 6.
clearance. And in about 10 minutes, we have that other FedEx feeder coming in from Wilmington. Whatever this is not on flight radar. And it has a crazy amount of landing lights on it. What is that? Oh, that's cool. And I'll go ahead and apologize now. I am not familiar with the exec jets, the general aviation stuff. Like I said, this wasn't even on flight radar. And I have my flight radar set to just RDU as a filter. I know there are a couple out here. I can't see them with the naked eye. So I'm looking and doing everything through my camera's viewfinder. Now there's a Frontier. Well, there was. It went off flight radar. There's a Frontier out there somewhere coming this way. But it is no longer on flight radar now.
Rally ground, taxi, straight ahead, Foxtrot. And then I'm going to turn left into the holding tower with your left wing over the ground.
Yeah, I haven't received any more messages from my person monitoring my stream. My wife. She's probably asleep. Since we both do have to get up early, I can tolerate it a lot better than she can, though. I can be up late, you know, doing whatever. She, nope. But one of the biggest reasons I wanted to do a night stream and get as dark as possible is because wintertime is coming, and I thoroughly enjoy night plane spotting. RDU's not very busy at night in the wintertime, but it does get dark at 6 p.m. here in the wintertime. So that'll be plenty enough dark time to come out and do a stream. Once again, this is just a test. Not gonna tell you to smash that like button and subscribe. Not yet. Not until we get to more official levels. Get out of the testing phase. And there's no guarantee that Sunday won't be a test. It'll be just what I consider it, depending on how many people are watching. Hopefully, like I said, I'll have all of my bugs and kinks worked out.
768, you have the regional jet, enter 11 o'clock, exit in the Hampton Center. Delta 2768, gonna fall down 182 right, Foxtrot Bravo 9. Take 703 right, tower, runway 32, clear to land, number 2. Right tower, runway 22 right, continue.
Thank you, Scott. I have absolutely no clue if it's buffering or anything. My monitoring support person, wife, once again, I'm sure she's asleep, so I haven't had any feedback. And if you guys are watching, I don't know how many people are watching. It's not showing me. I could open up my studio, but I'm worried about that drawing too much from my service and it causing stuttering.
5145, 8, whenever you're going to be released, just a couple minutes later.
Those lights seem really bright and really out of the way. Looks like you got a couple of waiters sitting here. And it is completely dark now. I can't see anything out there with the naked eye. So I'm seeing what you guys are seeing. So if there's something happening over there, I can't see it. Thank you, Scott. I'm sure it is pixelated or has a lot of noise in it. I'm using my 150 600 f 5.3 6.3 lens. I do have a 2.8, but you're talking 2.8. I don't know what millimeter I'm at here, but it's only a 200 millimeter, and I can't even see the camera to know what millimeter I'm actually at. So if I were to switch to my f2.8, right there is all we'd get. So not good for right here. Maybe the parking deck, but I wish a lens manufacturer would come out with a 600 millimeter f2.8. That would solve a lot of my problems from here anyway, because I could stay at 600 millimeters and it wouldn't affect anything other than these arrivals. Here's the other FedEx feeder from Wilmington. Sorry about the lights. I keep locking my tripod and it's on my right. so it takes me a minute to unlock it. Yeah, I don't feel like you can even see that because of those lights. So maybe I'll just get the inbounds up until they get to those lights. It's an A320, A321 sitting there waiting to depart, Frontier. That's fully zoomed in at 600. Well, good. I'm glad it's doing just fine. Is it stuttering at all, Scott? I know it was buffering earlier. My kilobits, what I told you I was messing with, is way down. It's like 7 something, 7,000, 2,000, 2,200, 11 something. I don't know what causes it to jump around so much. I'm not tech savvy when it comes to that kind of stuff. So if anybody's watching the replay and want to give me a hand with that, send me a DM over on Instagram at Carolina Aviation 88, Carolina _ Aviation 88. I worked for the last 2 days trying to figure all that out, get rid of all the jitteriness that I was experiencing on Tuesday, doing tons of research. I spent one evening doing that, and then the other evening figuring out the audio between the microphones to catch all the ambient noise, and then the headset. Figuring out the audio was definitely the hardest part so far. But it seems like we got it. You guys seem to be able to hear me fairly well. Yeah, I think, Scott, if I was moving the camera a lot more than I am, it would probably be stuttering pretty bad. Like if I were over on the parking deck with the service that I have, it would be stuttering about the same, maybe a little better than Tuesday's test stream. It probably won't be too much longer. Probably try and stay till 9 o'clock, monitoring all my batteries and stuff. My stream Tuesday ended abruptly because of my laptop dying. Need those Jackery batteries or an extension cord for when I go to the parking deck. Got some cool ambient lighting on that CRJ. I'm trying to stay away from the nav lights, because that's on screen, that's really bright. Seems to be bothersome. I almost could not identify that until I saw the tail. It's so dark. Yeah, the signal, Scott, has been up and down. 1 minute I have 4 bars, 5G, ultra wide, and then suddenly it'll drop to 2 bars 4G LTE. So it's been up and down. I definitely think the signal was a little stronger over on the parking deck, but when I did that early morning test stream at the private hangar, that was the best service I had so far. The problem with the private hangar is there's no good view. You get 5-10 seconds of the planes they touch behind a tree. You know, then you've got UPS and other trees blocking the area. So here in the parking garage are the only 2 places where you can actually see about 90% of the runway. When they're coming towards you 5 left, here you can't see them taxi out to the end due to the slope in the runway. It slopes down toward the farther end of the runway there. I'm glad I got the audio worked out. I have it turned down really low as far as the ambient noise, and then the microphone's decent. It's not clipping or anything. Yeah, my kill bits are all over the place. The higher I set everything last night in my private stream, the worse it got. So I lowered it back down to about 10,000 for both my outputs, and that did the trick as far as at home. And I was also on my Wi-Fi at my house, not my cell phone, and it's lackluster coverage for sure. At least we get some decent taxiing shots from right here. It was really nice during the sunset stuff. Everything was bright, vibrant. It looked really nice. One's sitting right there, but like I said, if it wasn't for the blinking light and the tail, I never would have even known that Embraer was sitting there. I think that's an Embraer. It's so dark I can't even tell what kind of aircraft it is at this point. So yeah, there's not a lot going on now, so this gives me time to really look at what I'm working with. The only way I can change any settings is to exit out of the stream, start a new one. So that's why I did a couple of private ones on my own last night, turned them off, and deleted them from my house. But just trying to check on the software and wiring. Now, out here doing this as a network test. It's not doing too bad. I'll have to go home and watch the replay. I'll probably end it at about 9 o'clock. I might have enough battery on the laptop to handle that. Oh yeah, I got 34%. And the camera battery's probably 30%, so we'll go to 9 o'clock and then we'll call it for tonight. And then try again another day. It won't be tomorrow. I need to be home. But
Sky 712 Tango Tango.
plus, I'm still working a day job and all that. So I don't have a whole lot of time to work on this. So if you are watching the replay or watching live right now, that's why it's not that great. Delta CRJ. Like I said, the lights, I'll scan a little bit. Or pan over that way just a little bit. The lights are too much. Like I said, there's nothing going on, so I can work on small things here behind the scenes. Something coming down the taxiway. I need some sort of 5G signal repeater. Too bad RDU's Wi-Fi doesn't reach to the parking deck. Of course, if they saw that 3 or 4 Sundays in a row, they might question what's going on. They did come to me on Tuesday. It was like, hey, what are you doing? It wasn't, they come and ask me all the time, hey, we got a call, somebody up here with cameras, blah, blah, blah. And I tell them, I show them what I'm shooting. They're like, all right, have a good day. RDU is a very friendly place. I really enjoy coming here to Plain Spot. And Dulles should be my second home. They're very friendly as well, especially over the social media stuff. Anytime I post anything about going to Dulles, they're always very welcoming in their comments and this and that. So yeah, I can't even tell what's out there. I know there's 1 or 2 out there. They're waiting to go. Yeah, I messed it up, Scott. So the placeholder, when I started it while I was trying to do playback, and it wouldn't play. I couldn't watch it, and so I accidentally stopped my stream and had to start over. And had to start over with a different stream, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what I heard, Scott. Sorry, I'm reading your Facebook message. They did, but currently right now I have 3 bars, 5G ultra wide. So signal is sustainable. It's not perfect, but it's enough to hold on. And if you're not seeing any stuttering, then it might be, just the kilobits deal was battling. Oh, maybe I didn't have as much battery power in my camera. It turned red. If it goes blank or you see the color screen, I'll be changing the battery. Oh, I'll let everybody know beforehand if you're watching now or in the replay. Hey, how does that ATC sound, Scott? It's not on a separate channel, it's on the ambient. It's sitting with my ambient microphones. So I didn't know if you were watching earlier. So I was having issues with the audio. My headphones play back, but it's not loud at all. I can barely hear it. Any of the ambient stuff. And it's very weak in my headphones. And so my wife's like, "Oh, it's way too loud. You're too loud." Or the ambient sound around the airport's way too loud. So then she's the one that helped me get all the sound levels adjusted. And I'm going to leave it exactly the way it is. I'm not going to touch it. Other than the mute button when I take a drink or have somebody stop by again. But okay. I wasn't sure. Like I said, I'm using 2 microphones for my ambient sound, and it I just laid the scanner in between it. Because my laptop only has 2 USB ports, USB-C ports. One of those is the audio and video from the camera, and then the other one is the audio to my headset. So the ambient is coming from the camera itself. Well, the 2 microphones are hooked to the camera via a cable. And I tried to keep them as far away from me as possible to keep from having echo between the headset and the mics.
Be a Cherokee that is turning southbound off the field. So that's going to be your 12 or your 11 o'clock in about 4 miles. We got traffic at site 119 visual separation.
And I can't. The reason I asked how the ATC sounds is I can't hear it. I have, a headset on, and the only real playback I hear, unless I turn the gain way up, which blows everyone watching speakers. So I don't hear any of the ambient stuff. All I hear is my voice, really. I slightly hear it, and I can catch snippets of what ATC is saying, but not much.
So we're 7 that are Pop Alpha. Maintain those separation from the helicopter when you're able. 160, over the departure 7 out of Pop Alpha.
Thank you for your help. I had quite a few issues at the beginning of the stream. But between you and my wife double checking everything seems to be going okay. So software wise, I think I'm good. I may come back Saturday. I work Saturday, but I may come back Saturday and make adjustments to the bit rates and stuff.
Yeah, 1322, turn left at Bravo 3, join Bravo and taxi to parking. Contact the ramp tower 130.17. Bravo 3, Bravo to ramp and 130.17.
And maybe Sunday I'll get somebody to come with me and help me to monitor, here, whether it be my wife or a friend of mine, or so just for the first couple of streams, baby steps. Thank you, Scott. Have a good night, bud. So I've pulled up the playback, and I know that messes with the signal. So I'm trying not to do that. That's why I said I need another phone or something that's not on my network to watch my playback from. I need another cell phone.
National, Dulles, and Baltimore have been listed.
What? ATC's just said something about Baltimore and Dulles. Of course I can't hear it, but...
So right there, 4376, and right there, 4045, just stand by a second, we'll tell your time.
Sounds like there's an A220 out there.
4376, how long do you need
Like I
before
said,
you detect?
I still can't see it. I see what you guys can see,
10 minutes.
but
Roger that, thank you.
as far as that goes, I don't see anything.
Right there, 4045,
So
how long
since
do you
we're
need before you
just
detect?
sitting here, let me mess with the camera a minute and see what it does. No, these are all presets.
Right there, 4376. 45, and right there, 4376, start your engines and let me know when you're ready to
Trying to
detect.
figure out. I can't remember what each
Clear check 585, you ready to go?
one of these other things
Clear check
do.
585, ready to go. Clear check 585, flighting 180, and then 23 right clear for takeoff, the wind is 2006.
Now it's not letting me.
Takeoff, clear check 585. Yeah, 2 single on departure. Departure.
So what is auto? look like?
Roger, Boston's currently at ground stop, are you aware?
I hate changing it to auto because it changes my focus points. But there we go, that seems a little bit better. Uh-oh. ATC is done. It'll beep for the next half hour. Well, 20 minutes. We're only going to be live for another 20 minutes. So there's not a lot to see. And it's just, you know, as I reiterate, wintertime is coming. It's dark here by 6 o'clock. I go to work in the morning, it's dark. I leave, it's dark. So if I want to do any live streams during the week that are evening, I'm trying to get ahead of it and learn how to do night streams. So hopefully it all works out, and I'll go home and I'll watch everything that's going on. My ATC is going to drive me crazy. My scanner battery's dying. I do wish we had more infrastructure around RDU to give me more light at night. I do watch a lot of the other live streamers, and I enjoy a lot of them. I enjoy the two from LA, the two main ones from LA, and one from Dallas. He does the night streams. He also battles the sprinklers, but that's beside the point. But they all have one thing in common. They have enough infrastructure around and under the flight path to provide light. Raleigh doesn't have that on either end of the runway, of either of the runways for that matter. So
Thank you, crew check 585,
streaming
set up for
from the parking deck at night could be the best option. Frontier flight coming in.
And the brickyard, following Signal Tulsa. Brickyard 4445, yes, stand by for your time, give me 1 second.
Because there is so much light down and around the terminal, you know, I can get some fairly decent shots for the live stream. Out here, not so much. And if you're not from Raleigh and you know never been to RDU, we have an observation deck. It's a park. It's a fantastic place. Bring your kids, have a picnic. The problem is, well, there's two problems for me, not the general public. So if you come to visit, don't expect anything negative with our observation deck. It's fantastic. The problems for me are people walking on it. It's flimsy. It causes vibration. That's not good. The second issue I have is they close at dark. So in the wintertime, that's 6 o'clock. So, and they don't open until 9 a.m. So anytime I do early morning Sunday 4K content creation, it's usually from the private hangars. And oh, battery died. Give me 1 second. I gotta find my batteries. But it's a very short window. It wouldn't be good for live streaming, unfortunately. Now it does have the best service, sadly. Cell phone reception. I had some of the best shots from a very short live stream on Tuesday there. And Dulles is another one where it's hard because there's not a lot of infrastructure at either end of the runway. And where their parking deck is, you really don't get too many ramp shots. So we'll make this work. I want to make this work. I enjoy doing this. I enjoyed doing it on Tuesday. I'm enjoying doing it now. I don't know how many people are watching. I don't know how many people are going to watch the replay, but I am thoroughly enjoying, just being out here. It's like doing my 4K stuff. That's Breeze Airways. Like I said, I'm not watching Flight Radar or anything like that tonight. I'm just here learning, working on trying to make it the best it can be. And as soon as I get all the bugs and everything worked out of it, then I'll give you guys flight information as best as Flight Radar will allow. Now I don't have all of the plane's history and all that type of stuff, but where it's going, where it's coming from, how long it's been in the air, flight times. So let's see. Yeah, everything is starting to die. So I now know that I can at least make it 2 hours because everything was, and I still have 2 more camera batteries, but the laptop, I have no way of plugging it in, and so it's at 19%. So hopefully I will end the stream before it dies. I'm watching it closely. I'm trying to go until 9 o'clock. I know there's not a lot going on. It's getting ready to get busy. But like I said, the laptop's gonna die and I don't have any extra power at the moment. I need to invest in some Jackery batteries. And as soon as, you know, the bigger we get, the better it'll be. And I don't, you know, we don't have to be a huge channel like the guys in LA or, you know, the guys over at London. Just another small channel. There are other channels from Phoenix and Louisville, Kentucky that are also small that I enjoy watching as well. I follow them on all of my social media just like anything else. So I enjoy their streams. I've been wanting to do streaming for quite some time. But I just never, and I've had the equipment to do it, and I was gonna try and do it more this summer, but I had a couple of life changes. I changed, well, I didn't change careers, but I did change my place of business where I work. Small stuff like that. I lost a lot of time trying to get back in the flow of, you know, a different manufacturer has been a pretty, I wouldn't say hard transition, but I've had to focus on school all over again because each manufacturer has their own schooling. So I put the live stream thoughts on the back burner. At least when I do the 4K stuff, I was able to sit here and when it was dead like this, you know, sit, do schoolwork and get as much of that done out of the way as possible. But oh, the battery's not dying as fast as I thought it would. We'll definitely make it to 9 o'clock here, so. And if you're watching the replay of this, tomorrow I will have a beautiful shot of a Southwest that all of us here at RDU have been waiting for. It finally came in. So I'll have that up on the Carolina_Aviation88 Instagram page. A little Embraer moving out. It's a little pixelated. I don't know how else to help that other than change lenses, but that lens is only a 200mm, so you're not going to see anything from this location.
Roger, stand by. 4485, fly runway heading right 23 right, clear for takeoff. Runway heading 23 right, clear for takeoff, Brickyard, 4485.
These pesky lights.
Central Raleigh traffic, get us information, Tango South Curve, Raleigh altimeter 285, the wind is 180 at 5.
Stream is still jittery.
Clear trip 105, kind of departure.
I'm watching all my
Departure, clear trip 105.
kilobytes per second. And every time the camera moves, they fluctuate. So I'm not very tech savvy. I just research, try stuff until it works. So I've tried several different kilobit settings, and I have good service, so I shouldn't be having this issue. But it looks like I am having an issue. So that'll be something I need to figure out in the coming days. Tuesday wasn't a bad stream at all. I had issues with cables, not having my kilobits set correctly, and I think Sunday I'll set up an early morning private stream from the parking garage and work on it before I do a big live stream. I'm gonna try and make sure Sunday is perfect. Sunday I'll be at the best location here. It'll be during the day. Oh, I hear an A220. Love how you can hear them before you see them. And that'll be perfect time. We got about 6 more minutes.
Charlie, Foxtrot, Bravo, 9 to right. Charlie, Foxtrot, Bravo, Breakdown 4376 on the departure. Have a great day. Thanks so much for your help. 4376. Southbound 10 by Clayton. JetBlue 4884, you ready to move?
It's interesting to breeze Airways A220. That's normally a Wednesday flight. That's typically from LA. Let's check Flight Radar and see where that's actually going. That's going to Tampa. Alright, let's give one last check to Flight Radar before we sign off.
Thank you, Frontier 1648 by runway heading 182 right, clear for takeoff. The wind is 180 at 4.
Now there is a special Southwest here, and I'm not exactly sure when that is supposed to be departing.
RC 159, you're heading at 210 at departure.
We do have Louisiana 1. It came in close to an hour ago. It should be getting ready to leave very, very soon. that's much better. Camera's tracking the fox on that Frontier flight. So that made it look a lot better.
November outbound? November hit down. Oh, Zeus 31 IJet.
Got JetBlue 8. I'm not sure what kind of plane that is. I can't see it. And flight radar does not want to work for me right now. As it is, just checking flight radar has caused the stream to lag quite a bit actually. Man, I gotta figure that out. Yeah, I can't even pull up flight radar. I mean, I have it on screen, but it's not giving me any information. So, a little exec jet.
Sunset 8153, taxi Foxtrot Bravo 923 right. Zeus 31, report over the water tower. We'll report Whitewater Tower, Eastern 1.
Stream's buffering. Man.
Runway heading, clear takeoff 23 right, 524 Echo Alpha.
Very laggy. I don't know what to do with it, guys. Man. Just keep working away at it.
Number 0, Foxtrot Golf, center departure. Departure,
JetBlue at A220.
Sunset 8153, switch over to my frequency.
Getting ready to come out. It's 9 o'clock. We'll give it another couple minutes. I really can't see where my battery power is at the moment. Whoops. I still have 13% on laptop, so we'll stay for a couple more minutes and see if Louisiana 1 departs here in the next couple of minutes. If not, we'll end. It seems like there's a good bit of traffic headed this way. Oh, I love the sound of those. So on my monitor, on the camera, this looks good, other than the fact that it's noisy. But my ISO is crazy high at the moment. Whoa. 2 JetBlues. That first one may not have been an A220, but this one right here definitely is. Then again, they both may be A220s, which would be very, very odd.
231 came across 23 right midfield and 23 left is currently closed. You're cleared land taxiway Zulu. The wind is 170 at 4. Cross midfield, clear land Zulu, 231.
Yeah. I keep losing it.
Takeoff heading 210, JetBlue 1484.
Hopefully you guys aren't experiencing that issue with it dropping off and going to another video like I am. The lag is terrible. The jitteriness is terrible, you guys. Sorry, well, I'll work it out. That's exactly what I'm here to do today, is work it out. I can't make any adjustments to the kilobytes per second. Otherwise I have to end the stream and start it over, and I tend to do those privately, and then just go back and delete them if they're not, you know, if they're not worth watching. Like I said, I did it at home last night, and I had it pretty good, but I was also on my home Wi-Fi as opposed to being on, you know, this spotty network, so. Part of the reason my network is spotty is because I'm watching the playback at the same time, and I know that's exhausting what little bit of network I have. So battery power on laptops at about 10%. I was trying to see when Louisiana 1 was going to depart. There's one sitting right there, but I can't see it to know what it is, and it's not on Flight Radar. Flight Radar doesn't want to work for me at the moment anyways. So
Coming out of Juliet 5, you said?
Louisiana 1, yeah, Flight Radar won't even load. There we go. So everything is very, very slow, to say the least. Oh yeah, there's not another.
If you're supposed to have a heavier, gonna follow a JetBlue that has a flow time. Do you see your 1 o'clock coming down, taxiway Foxtrot?
So Louisiana 1 must be out there somewhere because it's not
Yeah,
on
the only one there. UPS full safe ahead.
Flight
Anyone
Radar's
past behind
departure
and you can
board
taxi Juliet Foxtrot Bravo 9
for
over
RDU.
freeway.
So it
Sounds like country.
it must be out there. And it's Flight Radar is not showing me anything. Like it's saying there's no planes on the ground. And like I said, I really can't tell what that is.
JetBlue 386, there's a heavy that's off your right. They're at the cargo ramp. They're going to give way to you. You're going to give way to you. You're going to be number one when you get down there. JetBlue 386, roger. They're going to be good right down there. Try to get you out of here for your flow time.
Something about a heavy
5 minutes, traffic on a 10 mile flow.
at the cargo ramp. So maybe that's a FedEx 767. Or actually, that might be RDU's Phantom MD-11. Because it is 908.
That's your 529 Raleigh Tower. Roger, the wind is 2005. We're in 2 direct for the lift.
And the MD-11 is scheduled to depart at 9 o'clock. Yep, that's the MD-11. It is back taxiing. It'll be taxiing this way. So if we don't see Louisiana 1, the MD-11 will be our last plane. Here she is. I've only ever caught this leaving once, twice. Yeah, I posted it here on the channel and on the Instagram. And the reason I call this plane I shouldn't call it a Phantom, I should call it a statue, because it's always here. Never see it move, never see it leave, because it has such a dark departure and arrival times. It leaves at, well, now 9 p.m. and returns at 5 a.m. And it's always here. I think in the year I've been doing this, it's only not been here one time, and that was Christmas. The days following Christmas or leading up to Christmas. So hopefully you guys can hear that. Such a unique sound in this tri-jet. Glad I'm able to catch it. If you are an avid aviation enthusiast, you know that their days are very, very numbered. Let's just listen to that for a minute. Apologies for the sirens, guys. There is an EMS station right behind my location. That's the second time they've gone out today. Not too bad. I just don't want to deafen you guys. Blow anybody's home theaters, speakers, phone speakers, whatever you may be using. What's up? I am not even gonna try and pronounce your name. Nice to see you in here. See you in the chat. We are doing a live RDU test stream, and what you're hearing is not that JetBlue. You're hearing UPS MD-11 hiding behind this tree right here. And unfortunately, you've come in on our last plane for this evening. I've been live for 2 hours and I'm running low on battery power. This was a test for the equipment to see how long I can do a stream for without having any kind of external battery also to work on, you know, any gremlins. Service seems to be my biggest issue, and the stuttering, which I'm not sure if it's because of kilobits per second or if it's due to service issues. So I'm glad you're here, if you're still here. Thank you for dropping in. I was not expecting any kind of big turnout for whatsoever. I did a test stream on Tuesday and I had more people then. So hopefully this MD-11 will depart soon. I'm getting warnings on my laptop for battery. So if I don't get to say it to you guys before it dies, thank you guys for watching. If you're watching the replay, I appreciate it. I know it was very, very difficult to watch with all the stuttering. And yeah, hopefully, you know, the bigger we get, the better we'll get. Very low budget, you know. The camera, the computer, not so low budget. The wiring, it's a little low budget, and it was giving me grief on Tuesday, but I resolved the issue with that. So come on, MD-11, you are my last plane. Delta flying overhead. I'm not trying to do any crazy kind of panning this evening either. My tripod sat in my car all day, so the fluid in it got very thin. So it's not as stable as it should be. But I had no choice. I didn't have time to go home. And get my tripod, any of my equipment. So I brought it all with me. This is... Yes, this is at RDU, the Radical Car Guy. Thank you for tuning in. You are seeing our last plane due to battery limitations. I do plan on Sunday from the parking garage. I'm going to bring some extension cords. I really need to invest in some Jackery batteries or battery generators. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. It's not been a great stream, but that's exactly what this stream was all about. It was about a test. I'm kind of glad there's not a lot of viewers at the moment, because behind the scenes I've been working my butt off trying to figure everything out and get everything situated. So, but we will be back. I will be back on Sunday. Don't know what time yet on Sunday. Where am I watching from? I am at the end of 2-3 right. It's one of the only places you can get a full view of the runway, unless you're on the parking deck, which is right there. So the parking deck is where we'll be on Sunday. I may have another test stream on Saturday. I won't be back out on Sunday. I'm scheduled to work Saturday, and by the time I get off, it's late. It's 6 o'clock. That's why I started this stream at 7 o'clock today. So look forward to Sunday. I hope you guys are tuning in. If this is your first time on the channel, go check me out on Instagram, Carolina_aviation88. I have a lot of fantastic 4K content over there, 4K content here on YouTube. Subscribe, follow over there, like. Hopefully you guys enjoy what I do, and we will see you